Welcome to episode 8 of the Outlet to Reality. I keep forgetting what our name is because we used to call it the quarantine sessions. But then when I went,
Yeah.
looked around Spotify, there was like a million names with quarantine session, the quarantine diary, So I decided, I just went with your name, Outlet to Reality. Episode 8. Episode 8. Well, what's 8? Kobe Bryant was number 8. You can people get eights sometimes. You can also what reminds you of 8? Any 8s?
Eight. Eighth grade.
Ocho,
8th grade, yeah. I was just at an 8th grade graduation party just now, breaking the social distancing rules. I was breaking all the rules, standing next to each other. We're all on top of each other. We like to jump on each other's shoulders. We have like this weird ritual where we just like jump on each other's shoulder and we stand on each other and that kind of thing. Very unsanitary. And yeah. Remind me, I forgot to wash my hands, so I'll probably do that later.
Man, bro, you messing up, bro. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I just thought of this song, Ocho Cinco. You remember that from French Montana? Ocho Cinco, no.
No, I'm not there.
Maybe
No.
I'm too young for that.
Man, I feel old, man. I'm the oldest in the group, man. I feel bad. Oh man, it's crazy. Well, so what you guys do over the weekend? Anything special yesterday for you guys?
Not really. We were just hanging out with the family. We can't do much right now, but we're trying.
Okay,
What about you?
Okay. I actually went to the strip yesterday. Like that's what we call it in Vegas, like downtown. People think when I say strip, I'm saying the strip club, but no, that's not what I mean. But it just
how many strips are in the strip? And how long is the strip? Is very small, isn't it? It's only like two couple streets.
No, it's long, dude.
It's like long.
It's literally, I would say,
because all my experience with Vegas is related to the Xbox 360 Fallout New Vegas, and it's like an apocalyptic Las Vegas, and the strip is only like 3 blocks long.
No, it's far. It's
so
literally
it's far.
Like about I would say in together it's probably maybe 5 miles altogether, but It feels so long because like you can't really cross the street. Like there's some point you could technically cross the street, but the way it is like you go to the Escalade, it leads you upstairs, you gotta go downstairs, you gotta go up just to cross the street, and it's so a hassle. So it takes you forever just to get from, let's say, Denny's all the way to like T-Mobile. Like here's the cool thing about Vegas, right? Our downtown, we have a T-Mobile where it's 2 floors. So we have the second floor where there's like a DJ, they have drinks. They even show like the newest like phones, and then downstairs it looks like a regular retail, T-Mobile. Wow. So it's pretty dope. But yeah,
so it's just a giant ass mall. Here's what you're saying.
Kind of, but you have like a lot of things to do. Like it kind of reminds like me when I went to Guatemala, Mexico, where people can actually drink outside. Like here in Chicago, you can't do that. Like if they see you like a liquor, hey man, you gotta put that in a paper bag. You just can't be walking around. But over there, it's free. It feels like, man, you got freedom. You could bring a whole piña colada. You could take it anywhere, margarita. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, I went yesterday. I went to the carnival. I mean, not carnival. What's it called? The Willis. I can't even say it. I can't. Ferris wheel. Thank you. I was like, yo,
the Ferris wheel.
I almost said Will Ferrell.
The Willis Fair. Yeah.
I messed up, man.
David.
Yeah. I'm so glad I got y'all, man. See, I need smart people on air because I'd be messed up.
I used to get panic attacks at the top of the Ferris wheel.
Oh wow!
But that was
I always liked
way
roller
back.
coasters.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I love roller coasters.
Dang. So you got a lot of.
What's your favorite type of roller coaster?
The ones that just let you drop. Those.
Oh yeah, like are you talking
those
about
are scary.
The giant drop?
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty good. V2 at the Six Flags is pretty good. Where you just go up and down. That is very terrifying.
No. That's scary.
I'm a big fan of the swings. It's very relaxing.
Oh man, I can't see. For me, the hardest one I've ever did was the Goliath because it actually does 75-degree like this, almost 90-degree.
Wait, is the Goliath the gentrified coaster?
I don't know. It's one of
is that the brand new roller coaster?
It's the wood. No.
No, the brand new is the Joker one, right?
Yeah, the Joker.
Oh,
yeah,
I think there is a Joker one, but the Goliath is still fairly new, right? Like 2 years new, maybe. Because I haven't been to Six Flags maybe in since 2015, 2016.
Oh wow.
So
no, but for sure, all-time favorite has to be Raging Bull. I love that one.
That's a classic. That's a classic. American Eagle, yay or nay? American Eagle.
Nay.
Nay. I used to be a yay. It used to be a huge yay. What about Superman? Yay or nay?
It's like a kiddie ride.
It is a kiddie ride. If it was longer, though, I think it'd be a little bit better.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I never did the. I don't know if it was Superman or the Batman. I never did the backwards.
There was Batman where you're also kind of like hanging. You're kind of just like hanging off of it. But Superman, you're just like you're in this weird position, like literally this weird Superman position.
Right. You're
and you got to get the form down and everything. It's really stupid. Yeah. But very terrifying because if your thing breaks off, I'm always thinking about stuff like that when it comes to roller coasters.
You literally
even when I'm at the swings, I feel like this is gonna break off.
I'm gonna tell you guys a funny story. I went to the American Eagle, and there's actually one that goes backwards. Yes. And we were going backwards, and it got stuck. you know where it's supposed to go. No, like we were going down.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it got stuck like that. Oh. So your body's like this. Oh shit! I'm sorry. Wow. Oh, so I was like, I was so scared. That,
like a vertical velocity spinoff, right?
Yeah, it was really scary. Like even the thing started shaking. So I had to bring up firefighters, the ladder. I don't know how it reached all the way to the top.
That's crazy. That did not make the news.
Yeah. I mean, when they saw me being Hispanic, they're like, "Yo, cut that stuff out of the news."
They're like, get him off the broadcast. White. We don't want him. Yeah. What's he doing in this country? Get him out of here.
They're like, take him out. Take him out. He's not white. Take him out. Take him out.
What about West?
Yeah. So I tried looking for the clip, but it looked kind of blurry, so I don't think I made it.
David.
Okay, episode 8. Wow, I totally forgot to leave a timer on for this episode because that's what we're supposed to do. I don't know why you're apologizing. That was my bad. But yeah. Anyways, Val just graduated from high school, so this is a big celebration. There was this whole party that was supposed to happen, but it got canceled. The whole quarantine.
Right.
But so we want to just ask you questions. Instead, we'll make this the party. But first question I want to ask you, because all the classes are now online. And I remember when I was in college, I hated online classes, even when I had to voluntarily take them. I was like, all right, this online class.
Yeah.
Did you feel demotivated once the quarantine began with school?
100%. It was like you're in bed, so you don't want to do anything. Like school mode is not on. Like nah.
And like you got to be on basically at like 8 a.m.
Yeah. So, at first, it was like they gave us a long break, and then they wanted us to start out of nowhere, and it was.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So they got the online curriculum down for the rest of the school year. It's a terrible situation for the teachers, but for the students, I cannot even imagine. I imagine the grades. I just want to see if there was an all-time low, because I would totally be there. I would be totally failing these classes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. They had to totally just not count grades because they were like, this is so bad that we don't want kids to be impacted by their really low grades. So I think they ended up having an option where even if you failed a class, it didn't count against you, something like that, which was good because a lot of kids needed that.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta pull some strings, right?
Right.
That's literally all the questions I had because I do not know what to ask a teenager. I'm sorry.
I got you, bro. That's why I come in. So we'll you know what, dude? We'll substitute. I got you, bro. Tag team. We'll tag team right here. I got you, brother.
Oh, wait a minute. I do have a question I wanted to ask you. Because I already asked you about school.
Right.
Which high school did you graduate from?
Taft High School. William H. Taft High School.
Legend. Did he have the shortest stint? The presidency, is he the guy who almost got killed? Someone tried to kill him. I'm not sure if that's Taft.
To be honest,
I don't know, bro.
I don't know.
Yo, we should get some presidential history right now. Trivia.
Oh
Right.
man, that's a good. I don't know, man. I don't know either, bro. That's a hard one.
I'm gonna look it up. By the end of this episode, we'll know who that was.
Right. I'm gonna. You look it up, and I'm gonna ask her a question. So I'll save you some time. But look, Valerie,
I'm gonna look it up right now while you ask this question. So
yeah, please, brother. So Valerie, even though I noticed that like you probably wanted a big party, right, for your graduation,
sure.
100%. You probably had a list of people you wanted to come.
Right.
Now, how did you feel like with all this COVID situation, everything that happened? Did it like make you kind of sad that you had to just have it very exclusive in your place?
So yeah, because I wasn't really big on school spirit like throughout high school at all. But senior year, I was actually going to all the games. I was doing all the, school activities that they were having because I was like, you know what? It's my senior year. I need to do this at least once. And then everything got canceled. So it was just like, nope, you're not doing it. And then, so it kind of sucked. And then I was already mentally prepared, I guess, to not have a graduation. But they announced that they were going to have like a drive-through graduation, which 2 weeks before my graduation, my mom ended up testing positive for COVID. So I wasn't able to attend the drive-through graduation. My family ended up just doing like something outside of my house because I tested negative, of course. So, they just did a little party, but it did suck. Not gonna lie, there was a day where I did not get out of bed. I didn't want to do anything. But, at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? This is to celebrate all the hard work that I've done. And I feel like all my friends and family, like the ones that I care about, the ones that are always there for me, they congratulated me. They're happy for me. They were there for me. So I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, I guess that's all that matters. I know, but I would have liked a big party, of course. Dancing all night.
Right, dancing bachata.
Right.
Oh man,
sure.
Yeah, that's what's up, girl.
Now I know you guys don't care, but I found out William Howard Taft was almost assassinated for real. He almost died, but he survived. I think it was a gunshot to like the abdomen or something like that.
Yeah.
And this happened in Mexico. So the Mexicans were doing us a big favor, but couldn't get it done.
So was he a president?
Yes, he was. He was a president. He died in I think he died when he was in office. He died in 1932 or 1930 or whatever.
Oh, sure.
The 27th president of the United States, William Howard Taft. No one cares about him. So
I had no idea. I mean, he came around when I wasn't around, so it's a sad story.
I remember seeing that kid grow up, man. I thought he was gonna be something. And now I want to know who is like who are his relatives today, William Howard Taft. Do they go to the school? Will they have like a free admission into the school?
Right. I know they did for Taft. I don't know if this is true or not, but teachers would always say that Grease, the movie, was actually based on Taft. I guess if you look it up, like it says that, but I don't know if it's true or not.
I love that movie.
Me too. I love it.
Dude, that's a classic movie right there. Like you can't go wrong with John Travolta looking fresh, doing the little dance moves, doing the songs. Oh man. Like my favorite song is the beginning. Damn, that's Ace Combing his hair. I love that.
Yeah.
But I forgot.
I like the last one. You're the one that I want. Yeah,
that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh man, I used to have a big crush on Sandy. I was so little. That's how you knew. Like I was a big fan, and girls like I was just like, man, Sandy's cute. And I was so mad, John Travolta. I was like, bro, you stupid trying to impress your friends. This is the game. This is the big deal. This is the girl. Nah, bro. You know, but it's sad. But anyways, Valerie, I'm gonna ask you another question. I got a few, not too hard.
Okay.
Yeah. Another one I want to ask you is basically, do you feel like you're mentally prepared for the real world? Now that you finished with high school, do you feel like what you know now is enough to survive?
Yes and no. I know it might be like a little backwards, but I feel like for me, I'm a little more smart, I guess. I don't know much about, to be honest, I don't know much about taxes, credit cards, none of that. Like, I guess I wasn't prepared enough, like, in high school for that. But I would say, you know, like, with what I've lived, what I've gone through with my family in general, I would say I'm pretty confident in, like, going into the real world, I guess. But, you know, I guess there's something always that you learn. But for the most part, I would say, yeah, I'm pretty confident, I guess.
Well, that's a very loaded question. It's a very complex question to ask, especially during this situation, during the whole quarantine session. Now, I wanted to ask you, do you have, what are your plans for, are you going to like a secondary education, like for college and stuff like that?
I want to do community college. That's I don't know if it's
community college is honestly the best option to go after high school. Now, people always say, well, you know, it's not like the glitz and glamour of going like, oh, I'm going to like Michigan or something, you know, just like,
right.
It's just like I'm just gonna you kind of start like you start small a little bit, and for me when I went to community college, it kind of felt like high school again, but it was a great transition because a lot of the professors are great.
Yeah.
And people always talk about getting the gen eds done there. So
yeah, that's what I wanted to do. And I really want to study business, but I'm not. It's like 80%. It's not 100, which is fine. You know, like I feel like we don't have to know what we want to do right away.
You just have to put your pledge, your right hand pledge to Trump.
You know, he's just kidding, Valerie. He wasn't being serious.
I know. But anyways, yeah, so I want to do community college first and then transfer once I'm more confident about what I want to do. Because like I said, I really do want to do business, but it's not for sure yet.
I mean, yeah, you really do not, like, you honestly don't even make a decision, even by your third year of college. Like, I mean, like, it's whatever. It's honestly at this point. And you literally just graduated high school, so, like, the first year of college, it's kind of a wash, you know?
Especially now. I feel like with the whole online school, I was even considering maybe taking a semester off, but I really don't want to because I don't want to lose, like, the momentum, you know?
That's smart.
But I really don't like online school. Like, I can't do the whole remote learning thing. It's so hard for me.
And I mentioned before, I voluntarily took online classes and I hated it. And all it was just papers, and all it was misery and very shitty discussion posts by me. I did not even try for all that stuff. And I just kind of coast by with a C- or a D. And then I would just do the bare minimum, and sometimes I guess we wouldn't really even do quizzes. Sometimes I forget assignments or something.
Right.
I was gonna say too, like for me, I can't do online because I love talking to people, so I need to have interactions. And I feel like for me personally, if I have a pretty girl in class, it would motivate me to look good and stay fly. But if I'm not if I'm at home, I gotta open my computer and be in class. I don't really feel motivated. I'll probably just be in my pajamas and just be kind of lazy, and it won't really make me want to do something. Right. You know what I'm saying? So But definitely, Valerie, I am with you 100%. I think if you go into community college, you will save so much money. Like, it's
Yeah.
unbelievable that once you get to a university, you will be like, instead of all these young people that are going straight to a 4-year university, they're like paying so much money. They're in
Literally.
debt like over 30 grand. So you're going to be the smartest one. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Right.
really good.
Right.
So forget those haters. Ah!
Right. I know, even my boss was telling me, he's a psychiatrist, he was like, you should for sure do it. Like, I did it. I saved so much money. And on, like, everybody else that I graduated with, like, I had way less money to pay than they did. So, for sure, I want to do that.
That's what's up. And if you were to start a business, right, do you have an idea or maybe brainstorm of kind of what business you're kind of getting into? Like, would it be like style? I don't know. I'm just making it up, right? I'm just going off what I think, right? Maybe it's a music empire, or it could be I don't know, a clothing empire. You know, Valerie Diaz clothing stylist. You know, or it's like maybe I don't know. It could be so many things, but you have something in mind.
Glasses.
Glasses.
Contacts, whatever. You're ophthalmologist or whatever. I don't know.
So I always wanted to do either clothes or like some type of salon, because you know me, I've always been like a girly girl. So I always wanted to have like my own boutique or like my own clothing store, something like that. Always like clothes related, I feel like, especially because, you know, like growing up around my parents, they had their own there were so many fabrics around the house, and they were into that. So I feel like that also, like growing up, I always wanted to be a fashion designer too, but I feel like that's not a good career for me. Like, I don't know. I respect everyone that's, because it's you have to be really creative for that. And
well, I'll tell you something about being creative is just keep reading.
Right. Yeah.
And study other people's styles. But here's the thing, I can't give you a lot of hope, Valerie, to be honest, because Kanye West's style of Yeezy looks like freaking homeless people clothing. Like, he'll
Shout
rip
out to Kanye
pants.
West and Gap, the partnership of the lifetime.
I saw that today.
I heard
big fan.
Today.
Hey, I love Gap too, man. I ain't gonna blame him. But I'm just saying, like, his style that came out was really, I feel like he was trying to bring up or maybe allow people to see homeless people as like, man, they don't have ugly style. Like, trying to bring it up to mainstream. Because
you're
honestly,
saying that's what Kanye is doing.
Yeah, I think that's what the Yeezy style. That's why I never bought anything from Yeezy, because one time I borrowed my friend's Yeezy sweater and pants, and people thought I was freaking homeless. Like, I went to a restaurant and they went like this, sir, the shelter is 2 blocks down. And I was like, dang, like that's how y'all feel. And I
love your shoes. What
right?
do you mean?
No, but I wasn't wearing the shoes. I was wearing like the sweater and the pants. And they literally right away, whoever was serving me was really like judgmental. You know, first impressions are everything, right? So I should have left the tag of Yeezy to show that was brand new, but I guess it wasn't that important because they were like, yeah, sir, are you lost? Because yeah, the shelter's like literally right there. You almost missed it. I'm like, no, she didn't. No, she didn't.
Right.
So now that's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, if Kanye, who came up with the most basic, simple clothing line, I think, Valerie, you are 10 times smarter. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I've seen your style, girl. I even came to you at times when I gotta tell you all a story. I'm gonna tell you too, homie. Valerie is like a beast when it comes to advice and for like clothing advice too. So one time I had a date with this really cute girl in Vegas, and I was trying to figure out what to get her, right? Like, I was like, yo, I don't know what to get. You know, this is my second date, or I don't know which day it was. Probably number 4 or 5, I don't remember. But I told Valerie, you gotta help me out. What should I get? This is like the middle of the night. I'm already in Vegas, and she goes, "Look, maybe a nice sweater and something that says Chicago. Like get a black sweater, and the letters saying Chicago white, right?" And me and her were looking everywhere. She's looking at her phone. She's sending me screenshot, bro. When I got to the
I think you called me at like 1 a.m. that day.
Yeah, it was so like really late. And she probably, Valerie was up. I don't know why she was up. She probably was on the phone last night, but but she was like, "Yo, this girl's gonna love this outfit," and she wasn't lying. When I got to the date, it was the best thing on the block, and so that's what I'm saying. She got style. So if you guys need some consultation, go to Valerie.com.
Right.
Please tell me that sweater was basically just another replica of the Chicago Bulls warm-ups.
I don't know. To be honest, it didn't say Bulls. It did say Chicago.
The Bulls have one that just says Chicago over it. It just looks like a sweater.
Oh, for real? It might be. Honestly, it was brand new.
No, probably wasn't. But yeah, okay. That'd be funny if it were. Because that's totally what I'd get. I'd get someone that gift.
Right, man. It's crazy, man. But yeah, Valerie's smart, man. To be honest, like, I'm glad I got some really smart genes. Because sometimes my other side of my family, they ain't smart. So I don't know what happened. It may be a fallout, or they fell in the stairs. But I'm glad I got some smart in me. So that's the positive side. What else I was gonna say? There was something I was gonna say, but I'm trying to remember. What about you, Hami? Or Valerie,
I was probably gonna ask, what TV shows or movies have we been watching? It's a common theme we've been talking about the last 8 episodes, and I've been talking about different things, and I've only been watching it this week. I've been watching Lifetime movies. I'm right now watching Fiance Killer. It's on till 1, so it's on for another hour. It's pretty good. Woman, someone. I'm just gonna read the premise. So basically, her daughter is engaged to this guy in Mexico, and this very handsome guy. But I'm guessing this guy is probably a serial killer or something. Or maybe her daughter kills the fiance. I don't know, but it looks very intriguing. It came out 2 years ago.
What's it called again?
A Fiance Killer.
Fiance Killer.
Yeah, it's very interesting right now. I'm just watching it. It's about halfway through. And yeah, right now looks like they're at like a little dinner party right now, as it usually goes in these kind of movies. It's usually some sort of like rich dinner party.
Right.
But yeah, what about you guys? What have you guys been watching?
I watch a lot of. So here's the thing. I already binge watched all the Marvel movies on Disney Plus. Dang. And I already finished watching all the shows that I was watching. So right now, I don't know. I've been working a lot. I haven't really been watching much. But I do some shows that I do really like. Of course, Money Heist. I started watching it last year before everybody did. So I'm an OG fan. I love that show. Dang. But I like action movies and like that type of.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm very sorry to say that I have been avoiding Marvel for the last year and a half at least. I think the last one I saw the last Spider-Man, which is pretty good. And I saw I did not see any of the Avengers. I've been avoiding the shit out of the Avengers because I'm done with the Avengers. I like the individual characters. I like them individually as their own thing. Like the Hulk, I was a big Hulk guy when I was a kid. I was, I think Blade's really great, as we were talking last week, David. But yeah, no, like Black Panther was good, but like, yeah, I've been trying to avoid all this, like, all the Marvel bullshit, white savior. I'm done. I'm sorry.
It's sad, bro. You break my heart, bro.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah. Black Panther. I mean, he's gonna be a sidekick in these movies. I mean, they're not gonna make him the main hero. I mean, they're gonna get some white guy, Captain America.
Right. They were supposed to get me, but I never signed the contract.
Yeah.
But
okay.
They wanted me to be a dead guy. I didn't even make that.
Dang, it's sad, bro. But I was gonna tell you, I finished actually. I think Empire. I don't know if you ever saw the musical. It's on Fox. It's now on Hulu. So basically, it's like about a mafia. It's all black cast. and basically, the father started this big empire in music, and his kids are involved. Each one has like either a singer, a rapper, or part of HR, something like big. And it has a lot of action, romance, comedy, everything you need in the book. So it's amazing. And the soundtrack, I love it because it's from my favorite movie, Scarface.
Is it on Hulu?
Yeah, it's on Hulu. You gotta watch it.
You're taking notes.
Yeah, please. I literally finished it in like 2 weeks. So it's so good. And I love that when you watch the first season, it builds up the characters. And in the second season, it's predominantly almost all Hispanics. But it's the same characters. It's just that you're bringing like different artists from different genres, like reggaeton artists into the TV show. So I really like that, and then incorporating Spanish in the show.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So they make a couple moves. I like that. I like that.
So we have we are now on a timer because of Zoom's 40-minute policy. So we are about 6 minutes away. We might even go take it down to the buzzer. Who knows? But we're going to end it very soon. Any last thoughts on this episode? Anyone want to say anything that they were always wanted to say in a microphone? Anyone? Any objections? Anything?
I know Valerie. Oh no, I was gonna say I know Valerie wants to make an announcement. I'll make mine after hers.
Oh, the Speed the Light.
Yeah.
So we're doing a little fundraiser. I don't know. I'm not sure when so we're doing a little fundraiser for this organization, Speed the Light. They're partnering up with, I believe it's World Serve International. They're building like wells in Africa. Because there's a lot of people that die actually from like waterborne diseases. They have to walk 3.7 miles, I think, to get dirty water. So they want to build wells in Africa so they can help the people out, and we've been doing a little fundraiser. So if anyone is interested in donating, probably Instagram would be the best way to contact me. Val.Diaz310.
Damn, look at that. Damn, fancy. Okay, cuz. Gotta represent. For me, guys, just want to give a shout out, thanks to everybody who supported us. We're finally on Spotify, about to be on iTunes soon. Thanks to my boy Hamid. And we'll eventually most likely get into YouTube. We're just working on it. I just, got to talk to some of our contractors. But what I'm saying, we got to make a couple moves.
I got to talk to some of my slaves over here, my inner subconscious, which is a slave.
I gotta talk to my secretary because she gets jealous sometimes. When I'm talking to other people.
I'll have my secretary call your secretary. And
all right, cool.
Yeah. I think I have to talk to your agent about something too. He owes me money.
Oh, okay.
I'll be even some bullshit disc golf thing. So yeah.
All right, cool. But yeah, like I'm about to start my running club too. It's crazy. Yeah, Vegas. They haven't had a running club for Nike for over 7 years, and Chicago, New York, they have it like every month. So I'm trying to change it by starting one in Vegas Mondays and Wednesdays after work from 5:30. Because what I've been doing for the past 5 months, I've been running 6 miles and
every
straight, 3 times a week. So almost every day. But I've been building. I'm getting there. So my goal is to start it. And for those who don't know, I'm gonna be at the coffee shop at Sunrise Coffee Shop on Sunset, 3100 East Sunset Road. So y'all want to meet me there? Be
autograph.
Free. We're gonna have a good time. Yeah, autograph.
Bring your basketball, he'll sign it.
Right. But yeah, that's all I got, man.
All right, that's episode 8. Thanks to Val Diaz for coming by. And thanks for listening. We'll see you guys, I don't know, in the coming week. I think that's all I got. So, yeah, see you later.
Bye.
Peace.